Welcome everybody, Steve here. Today, another edition of Cool Cars, and today I'm showing off this 1956 Mercury pickup. Now this is a build that my brother and I did, and it's a build that, we did over the last 3 years. Took some time. It's one of the first videos I posted when I put up my YouTube channel. But it's finally come together. We finally found some time to finish her up. And the whole idea with this one is to keep it looking as original as we possibly can. And I think we've achieved that. We're very happy with the way it turned out. And I'm going to give you a bit of a tour. So this truck here originally came with a white grille. And we put it on a stainless steel one. This one happens to be an original piece, which is nice. Hard to find one that's in this nice a shape. And I think it just adds so much to it. All the lettering or the badging, everything like that is all original on this truck, and hard to find the Mercury. And if you're not too familiar, Mercury is built in Canada, so way less of them, way more rare. So this truck is quite a rare find. Bumper, of course, is brand new because it's hard to find a good one anywhere, but that's okay. But everything else is pretty well original. On the cab alone, every piece on it is original. So that's a nice thing when it comes to a build like this. You're not dealing with reproduction stuff. And it means a lot to some people to have, a mostly original vehicle. So fenders, doors, all original. We did put some sport mirrors on this. And this one here is a custom cab. Anyway, these are the doors that we put on it. This is an original door. The other side is the door off a donor, but they had the custom badging on there. Emblem's original, so it's a Mercury 100. Jeez, a lot of new vehicles don't even shut that well. Glass is all original, brand new windshield. We're able to find some stainless steel trim for the window, which is a really nice option. That's very rare and very, very hard to find that original. But we were able to scrounge some up. Running boards are original. These ones here, I fixed them up. We had a nice little set. Didn't take very much to get them looking really good. But overall, it looks good. Now you can kind of tell that we did a bit of a patina paint job. So I tried to keep this truck, at the very beginning we really wanted it to make it look really patinaed, but it just didn't turn out that way because, when you do a fender you pretty well have to paint the whole fender. So then we ended up painting the whole hood. So most of it's all been repainted. The roof is still original, which is kind of cool. But what I did was I just painted it, then sanded through. You can see some of the epoxy primer, and then I put on a semi-gloss clear finish on it. And I really like the look. The nice thing about a look like this is that you can drive this truck and you don't have to worry. You get a little scratch or a door ding, it's not too bad. But one of the big things with it is on a build like this, if a guy takes it to that next level, next thing you know it, she's a $60,000 build, and then nobody can afford it unless it's got a really nice engine in it and all that other stuff. We didn't want that. We want something that's going to be economical and yet fun to drive, and still makes it feel like you're back in 1956. The box is pretty well new. There's really no way of getting around it unless you find some really nice box sides, but then you really put in a lot of time and labor into them, and then they're full of filler. So we had some new box sides. Fenders are original. These are original fenders. The front of the box is new as well as the tailgate. And finding the tailgate's another issue. They just don't stamp those out every day, but we were able to find a guy that I think he's from Ontario somewhere, that punches them out. So we were able to do that. So we've kept the original look. Nothing fancy here. Still see the little patina every once in a while. Kind of makes her look old. So the tailgate on this, like I said, is brand new and not a cheap item. That's pretty expensive to buy a nice end gate. And it looks awesome. You know, guy could have cheaped out and just gone with the flat, no name on there, but then it's just, then it lacks that originality, and that's, we wanted to kind of keep that. Bumper, this is one that I built. It's basically the same dimensions as original, and I built this out of some 5-inch channel, so it's really quite a heavy-duty bumper. We like it, and we're building more. Found some old chrome latches. I think that's a nice little touch. As you can see in the back here, we went with the kind of an old rustic look. We didn't want to have brand new looking wood in here because of it being a patina truck. And Kevin did all the woodwork on this one. It's actually, all this wood actually came off an old grain truck. And I love it. I think it just adds that extra little bit of a dimension to it. And you can see that the front there, that's a new piece as well. You can see that nice and straight. Looks good in the sun. Now, if you follow my channel, one of the first things we did, like this truck was hit in this little spot right here. Didn't really do too much damage, but enough that we replaced this piece here. And it turned out awesome. Of course, you know, the fender, this one, I don't know, it's a donor off of something. We got lots of them around here. But we were able to find some good wiper blades for it. And everything seems to be right. One of the things on these trucks here is that usually rusts out up here. No rust up here at all on this truck. It was really quite a nice truck. Still lots of rust. We still replaced all the panels, so there's no rust anywhere to be found on this truck. Made sure of that. You just want to sell a rust-free truck, because if someone buys this and then wants to you know, put a nice big engine in it and all that other kind of stuff, it wouldn't take very much to take this and make it a really nice paint job, because all the work's done on it. So this engine here, this one here is a 272 cubic inch. Now originally it came with a 6-cylinder, so we did a bit of an upgrade on that. Makes it a lot more drivable, a lot more fun to drive. And one of the things, you know, put the V8 in there, you want something a little bit better for differential, so we've got a 9-inch Ford diff in there, so you can take this thing down the road without doing, you know, a maximum of 50 miles an hour. And that's awesome, because now this makes it a drivable truck and you can just have fun. I'll try and take a picture of the engine. You know, the sun really makes it difficult here to film, because it's bright and dark and there's not a cloud in the sky today. We're just gonna fire it up so you could get a listen. That sounds pretty darn nice. And this thing fires like that all the time. You can see that the interior is all original. A steering wheel. That was one of my videos. I rebuilt that. And for the most part, the dash itself is all original. Had a couple little minor things we had to repair on it, but nothing much at all. Yeah, this was a nice little truck. The seat, that's an original seat. I don't know where Kevin found that, but pretty awesome. I don't know if you can see that, but we don't have a carpet kit in here, we just have a mat. And that's what I would prefer. I have one in my own old truck. And it's nice, you don't have to worry about getting it all dirty. And there's the tag for it. And give you a little closer look at the interior. We just parked it in the shade so the guy can see it. Very original looking. We just put a floor mat in this, and don't know where Kevin bought it, but man, I tell you, it's a nice little floor mat. Now we debated on the tires and rims, and we had this set here, and we just thought that it just sets the truck off. That's one of the parts of this truck that, you know, isn't totally original, but that still isn't out of the question. If something ever comes our way, we might just do that. We have some original hubcaps for it, but you'll never know. But I kind of like the look. This makes it look like a driver, but in the future it just may have some originals. You never know. And with this truck here, my brother went through everything, so the brakes are all new. Everything is pretty well new. The engine and tranny on this one still original and runs good, so we didn't do anything with it. Of course, you go through that and check them all those things out, and everything checked out really good on it, so it's all purring nicely. So there you have it. Nice quick tour of our 56 Mercury 100, and definitely cool. So there you have it. Hopefully this fall we'll have another one that comes our way. Lots of different cars come through, so you'll never know what might show up. So I hope to bring you some more stuff. But until then, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.